All right, let's dive into something pretty wild today. We're going to talk about a crazy illusion that kind of messes with your head and reveals a surprising secret about how your senses really work. It's called the McGurk Effect.
So let me ask you something straight up. Can you trust your ears? Like, really trust them? You probably think, yeah, of course, my ears just record what's out there. But what if I told you that what you see can literally change the words you hear? To get to the bottom of this, we gotta go back to 1976. There were these two researchers, Harry McGurk and John McDonald, and they were trying to figure out how babies perceive language. And you know how these things go? A total accident, a little technical glitch, ended up leading to this massive discovery that completely flipped our understanding of perception on its head.
So yeah, let's break down that pretty simple experiment from '76 that kicked this whole thing off.
McGurk and McDonald pointed out something that's pretty obvious when you think about it. They basically said we don't just hear people talk, we watch them talk. We see their lips, their facial expressions, the whole deal. So the big question for them was, how much does seeing all that stuff actually change what we think we're hearing?
And the setup they came up with was brilliant, just super simple. Okay, step one, they got an audio recording of a person saying ba ba ba. Got it. Step two, they shot a silent video of someone mouthing the sound ga ga ga. And then for the real test, step three, they played them both at the exact same time, perfectly synced up. So you're hearing ba, but you're seeing ga.
Okay, so think about it. Your ears are getting one message, your eyes are getting a totally different one. The logical thing would be to just hear ba while you see the lips make a ga shape, right? Well, nope. That is not what happened at all.
What people actually heard wasn't ba and it wasn't ga. It was something brand new, something that wasn't there at all.
They heard da-da-da. I mean, how weird is that? It wasn't the sound that was actually played, and it wasn't the sound they saw being mouthed. Their brains just took these two clashing signals and invented a third sound out of thin air. That's the illusion right there. And get this, it wasn't just a few people. This was a powerful, powerful effect. A whopping 98% of adults in that study heard the new sound. 98%. It's like when their eyes and ears couldn't agree, the brain just stepped in and said, okay, let's just meet in the middle.
But here's where it gets really fascinating. It turns out this is something we learn to do. The study looked at little kids, 3 to 5-year-olds, and they weren't fooled one bit. They just heard ba, plain and simple. But as we age, as we get more and more practice connecting the sight of someone's mouth to the sound of their voice, the illusion gets stronger and stronger. Our brain literally learns this trick.
So you gotta be asking, why? Why on earth does our brain do this? Well, it's not a mistake or a bug. Turns out it's a feature. The whole thing comes down to this idea called multi-sensory integration. It sounds complicated, but it's really not. Basically, your brain is getting bombarded with information all the time, from your eyes, your ears, your sense of touch, and its main job is to take all that messy data and stitch it together into one single unified experience of reality.
So with the McGurk effect, the brain runs into a problem. Your ears are clearly hearing ba, 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 a sound you make by closing your lips. Go ahead, try it. Ba. See? Lips together. But at the same time, your eyes are seeing the mouth shape for ga, 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 which is made way in the back of your mouth with your tongue. The lips don't close at all. It's a total contradiction.
The brain is like, okay, hold on. This doesn't add up. It can't be ba because I can see the lips aren't closing. And it can't be ga because that's not what the audio sounds like. So what does it do? It comes up with a best guess. It creates this third option, da, which is kinda in the middle and makes sense of both clues. It's the brain's best guess to solve the puzzle.
And this is just a perfect example of science in action, right? A simple, accidental finding that was so profound, so groundbreaking, that it got published in Nature, which is a huge deal. It basically launched this whole new field of research into how our senses cooperate.
Okay, so what's the big takeaway here? Why should you care about this? Because this isn't just some weird party trick from a science lab. It tells us something really deep about how you experience the world every single day.
It might feel like your brain is getting fooled, but it's actually being super clever. This whole process of mixing senses together is the reason you can follow a conversation in a loud bar by lip reading. It's why the sound of a steak sizzling makes it taste better. It's why a huge explosion in a movie feels more powerful because of the booming sound design. It's always happening.
So here's what you need to remember. Your brain isn't just sitting back and recording what happens, like a camera. No way. It's an active builder. It's taking all this messy, confusing info from the outside world and actively building your reality from scratch. And what you see has a huge impact on what you hear. Your perception is basically your brain's best guess at what's going on all the time.
And that's really the heart of it. The reality you're living in right now, it isn't just a direct recording of the world. It's more like a construction, a story that your brain is telling you every single second. It's a fusion of everything coming in, and as we've seen, your sense of sight is one heck of a persuasive storyteller.
So that leaves us with a pretty wild final thought, doesn't it? We know for a fact that your eyes can change what your ears hear. So, it really makes you wonder, right? What other parts of your reality are being edited or changed or just plain made up by your brain right now, completely without you even knowing it's happening?